Beginning on Wednesday, October 27th, the Harvard Graduate Student Union initiated a strike that took Harvard's campus by storm. Many classes led by teaching fellows were canceled, and the entrances to lectures led by professors were obstructed by protesters ranging from graduate students to undergrads to Cambridge residents to Harvard professors themselves. Strikers could be seen picketing with blue and white United Auto Workers signs from Wednesday to Friday. The Harvard Political Review took to the field to interview organizers and supporters of the strike.
So the biggest aim is basically to get a contract that covers sexual harassment and discrimination protection, and also gives higher wages to the student workers. And this is, the sexual harassment and discrimination has been an issue that a lot of people know about, including a lot of undergraduates have also had to deal with Title IX and know that it's not a perfect process. So we're trying to ensure something that's more fair than that.
Sure. It's actually a really great moment for us to be on strike right now because we're part of the UAW. Many people have heard about the John Deere workers who are currently also part of the UAW and also on strike. And, a lot of people look at our union and they're like, why is there one union that's representing, people on assembly lines and people in classrooms and in labs? And I think what's really important is that we're talking about a lot of the same things. We're talking about how employers are treating their workers. We're talking about pay that is fair and equitable and makes our work, makes graduate school accessible to people from lower income backgrounds. These are the same kinds of struggles and the same kinds of questions. So I think it's a really important moment that we're in for workers in all kinds of different industries and walks of life.
The Graduate Student Union initiated the strike to achieve three main goals: increased pay and benefits, third-party arbitration and coverage of legal expenses for discrimination and harassment cases, and agency shop.
And they have still refused to offer us union security. Every other union on this campus already has.
For months, they had been in talks with the university to negotiate these items into a contract, but the union was ultimately dissatisfied with the progress, and on September 30th, they approved a 3-day strike. This was the union's second strike in 2 years.
We are the union too.
Despite the cold and rainy conditions of the incoming Cambridge winter weather, the strikers picketed at various locations across Harvard campus, from Harvard Yard to the Science Center to the Longwood campus. At the onset of the strike on Wednesday, various organizers, activists, citizens, and local politicians from the Cambridge City Council took to the microphone to energize supporters of the protest.
Therefore, be it resolved that the Cambridge City Council go on record supporting the Harvard Graduate Student Union.
Though the strike was planned by the Harvard Graduate Student Union, its participants extended far beyond the grad student community. Undergraduate students, whether protesting in solidarity with their teaching fellows or standing for labor benefits more generally, were among the most supportive picketers at the strike.
And the demands that are made by the union are completely sensical, right? Like keeping up with a living wage, sexual harassment recourse, and so forth. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's just a very logical responsibility, it's just like a very simple responsibility to do just my part, in showing solidarity.
Absolutely. I mean, our education is made possible in large part thanks to our teaching fellows. I've learned just as much, if not more, from my teaching fellows than I have from my professors because they're some of the people giving us direct feedback on everything that we do. And I want to invest in them the same way that they invest in us because this is a community at Harvard, and if one part of our community is hurting, we all need to respond because it ends up hurting all of us and our education.
The strike then proceeded until Friday, overlapping with the beginning of the Harvard first-year Parents' Weekend.
What do we want?